Hi there, Pretty Plant Girl here. Today I'm going to be planting this little used perennial plant. It's called Alchemilla Molly Thriller. You might know it better as Lady's Mantle. It has beautiful sprays of yellow flowers that come over it through like early summer, like June, July usually. And it gets about 10, just double check. Yeah, about 10 inches or 25 centimeters wide by about 20 inches or 50 centimeters tall. And it just fills in nice. It just gives you just a different texture than a lot of plants that you have with these large, almost heart-shaped, kind of fan-shaped leaves. They're a little bit fuzzy, and they're a lighter green underneath than on top, so as the wind moves them around on these wiry stems, you get that little bit of movement and change in color. I just think they're a neat plant. I've never grown one before, but I've been wanting to for a while. This plant does have a drawback, and that is that it self-seeds prolifically, from what I've heard. So it's highly recommended to come through as the flowers are fading and cut them all off. You might get another flush of blooms doing that as well, so never hurts to do that and get a few more blooms, and keeps it from popping up just absolutely everywhere in your yard, from what I've read. So I have 3 of these plants, and I have this bare spot here. This is on the edge of my patio. And I have this little bare spot here where right now it looks full because I have lots of tulips, leftover tulip foliage here, but I'm going to actually be pulling up these tulips. And then, I don't know, I can't remember what you can see here, but I have mostly hostas and ferns at this end. And there's some leftover daffodils and crocuses in here as well, and they'll be coming out soon as well. The tulips, they can pull up. See, if I pull on the foliage and it pops up, doesn't bring the bulb, then to me they're ready to come up. If it gives a lot of resistance or the bulb wants to come with it, then it's best to leave them. A lot of people will suggest that you leave your tulip foliage until it completely yellows and dies down, but I just can't always wait that long. So I'm going to pop these tulip stems off, and then I'm going to plant the Lady's Mantle in here. I'm going to put one up close to the front, kind of between. There's a hosta behind me, and there's one here. And then I'll have 2 kind of in the back, so there'll be a little triangle of them here. I think that'll look really nice. And hanging baskets over top. Hopefully it'll fill in and send some greenery down soon. There's a fountain behind me and another hosta back there. So I think this will look nice. And just to fill in this area a little bit, it's just hasn't had a lot in it, and it needs more here. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So there, you can really see now how empty this area is. Looks like I have a little woodland anemone left in the back there. They get a little out of control, so I tend to yank them up a bit. And that seems to be the only survivor. Oh, she did. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. Get out. Just stay out. I love the smell of the ferns there. I don't know, I think they're just outside of your shop, but there's some ferns right to my left that just smells gorgeous. So, just gonna scoop the mulch out of the way. I didn't even notice with all the tulips here, but there's a little bit of an allium right here, so maybe back this guy up just a hair, so I'm not taking out the allium. Okay, so I've got all the tulip foliage was pulled out there. I did find a few little alliums I forgot were here, and I don't know if you can see, one is just starting to bloom here, so we don't want to disturb those. They fill in with some color between the early spring bulbs and before the other perennials really get going, so I forgot they were here. That's a nice surprise. But I've got the ladies' mantle in here. These nice three here, I think they filled in that space quite well. And this hosta, the dog dug in this spot just as it was coming up, so it's looking a little tattered, but it'll recover. It's been spreading out nicely here, and I've got these couple more over here. I just love the quilted leaves of the hostas, and I think this is going to be a nice contrast in here. It'd be nice to get maybe just a finer textured ground cover. I'll keep looking for that. And then I've got that little bit of a woodland anemone in the back there, so I think this is going to look really nice here. I'm going to get these watered in really well. Make sure they're off to a good start. You'll see I put mulch back around, and the mulch is a little thin. I need to get some more mulch, but put mulch back around, but you need to be aware to never pile the mulch right up against the stems of the plants, so I've kept it back a little bit. So yeah, just watering it in, and these will get quite a bit of sun through the day, but they'll get shade in the hottest part of the day, and they'll appreciate that. And otherwise, just average water needs, and it's my understanding they don't even really need like fertilizer or anything. They do better kind of on a leaner side of things, which is good with the ferns here, because ferns don't like a lot of fertilizer either.